1 ball and 2 strikes here on Polanco. Runner at first. And that is hit out of play. You talk about being a cheerleader, and I know a guy that you really are pulling for because we've talked about it a lot. His stuff has been very good this year, but the results haven't been there as far as wins and losses, and that's Carpenter here tonight.
Yeah, he's a guy that there's probably not another player in baseball that I'll root harder for than this guy. I mean, I just think he's helped me so much throughout my career, and he's still a mentor to me. I just think, and if you ask the players on our team, if there's anybody in this game that we believe in that can turn the season around, it's Chris Carpenter. And he's having horrible luck.
Look at that play out and right by John Jay. What a night he's having so far. Adam, will you stick around for a half inning?
Yeah.
First thing that Adam Wainwright says to us during the break, I want to go back to Chris Carpenter because I don't want to shortchange him.
And we'll let him.
And just like a good broadcaster, right on cue, it's Chris Carpenter at the plate. So fire away. Your thoughts on Carp here this year.
Oh,
and just what he's meant to your career too.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that we still have incredible faith in Chris Carpenter. He is still the guy that we want on the mound. His stuff is great. Everyone knows that. They're watching his stuff. I mean, he's throwing 93 to 95 miles an hour. His curveball's great. You know, I mean, we just believe in this guy. And he's a workhorse, and he's a stinking competitor, man. This guy wants to win more than anybody else wants to win, it seems like. So we're rooting for him. We know this. He has the ability to go out there and win 10, 12 games in a row. He's done it before.
1 ball, 1 strike on Chris Carpenter, who got the bunt down with 2 strikes. His previous at bat, and this time he pops it into shallow right center. Cardinal fans miss seeing this delivery by Adam Wainwright, and we have the Exmo camera that'll really show the torque that you put on an elbow.
Yeah, and if you look, I mean, right here, this is curveball, obviously, a little
index finger
action. I don't know why I do that, but it just happens that way. If you look at my arm, it looks like it's bent back pretty far, but some people's arms go way back farther than that. So that's just a natural throwing mechanics. If you took anybody off the street and had them throw a rock down the street, that's what their arm would look like. And you know, throwing a baseball is hard on your arm, no question about it.
So Monday, Adam Wainwright tells us that you start throwing a baseball. Any idea what that may feel like? Have you even just one time maybe just guided a ball out there just to see what it might feel like?
I know exactly how it would feel like. I haven't thrown any baseballs, but I've been throwing. We have these little, I don't know how much they weigh, 2-3 pound little red balls that we throw into the trampoline or whatever, and I'm firing that thing.
Are you really?
So yeah, I'm really letting that thing go. So there's no question I can throw a baseball, and it's just you got to bring it along slow, and you got to bring it along at the right time so you don't mess anything up.
And I bet this year has given you, and you talked about kind of having a piece about being injured and being a good teammate, wanting to be a cheerleader, but I assume you've gotten a little bit different perspective, just big picture beyond just the game here with your family, getting to spend more time with your young kids, and we talk about that a bit.
It has been a blessing in disguise, is being able to go home and spend time with my family, almost like it's an off season every day when the team's on the road. I mean, I have 2 little girls at home and actually a 3rd girl on the way. And you know what? My wife needs me at home right now. I think God planned this perfectly. There's not a better time for this team for me to get hurt. And the fact that I was hurt in spring training, I'll be ready to go next year at spring training to start the season. I won't miss part of both. I'll be there completely next year if all goes well. And I'm spending some really good bonding time with my girls. You know, a dad is the most important figure in a girl's life, no question about it, and I want to be there for that.
We're going to have a Twitter question that kind of is right down that similar path here in just a moment. As you see, this pitch is popped up near the Cardinal dugout, and in the green seats it goes and out of play. Maybe in that camera well. The Twitter question for Adam Wainwright, what's been the silver lining to this injury? So you just mentioned it, the blessing in disguise, being home with your family, but what other things have really been kind of that silver lining in an injury like this for you?
Well, you realize how lucky you are to play a game like this for a living. I mean, in a town like this, for an organization like this, I mean, it just doesn't get any better. And sometimes you take that for granted. Playing every day and traveling and whatnot. Yeah, it's just, you know, you don't really realize how good you have it until you don't have it. And I'll come back next year with a complete new respect for this game. and I'll be rested, I'll be strong, and I'll be a horse, man.
Adam, we had a chance today and MC to function in the Champions Club as this will find the seats out of play. And Bill DeWitt was part of it. Dan Farrell was part of it. And the one thing that they talked about was the fact that, you know, Cardinal Nation is so big and baseball is so important for people here in the Midwest, and in particular people in Joplin. And I know you were one of 3 players, Kyle McClellan, David Freese, the other 2 that went to Joplin to visit those families. And I can only imagine, because in talking with everybody else that was down there, and I haven't had a chance to talk to you about it, it's almost like a life-changing experience to go see that devastation and also see what the fans had to say and what those families had to say. Matter of fact, they brought up this story about Kyle McClellan. He said, well, where's your Cardinal stuff? And he said, Kyle, I'd love to have you sign it, but it's all gone. You know, what was that experience like for you?
Well, several things came out of that for me. One, I've never seen anything remotely close to that devastation. I mean, that was horrible. I know things have happened in the past that are like Hurricane Katrina or something like that, but you know, talk about a town that was completely decimated, and that's Joplin, Missouri. And I'll tell you another thing that came out of it. I was really proud to be an American and see the resolve that these people had. I mean, you got a house completely obliterated, a neighborhood for that matter, completely obliterated on the ground with an American flag up saying, we will rebuild, God bless. I mean, it just doesn't get much better than that to me. I mean, the people are not going to let this defeat them, and they're going to come out of this a stronger people and a stronger community, and they just need our help. They just need our help.
2 outs and a 1-0 pitch here to Terrio, and it's back to Kendrick. Adam Wainwright, thanks so much for coming up here. We really do appreciate it.
Thanks,
Get
guys.
back soon, and good luck on Monday.
Silver lining getting hurt is getting up here to talk to y'all.
There you go. I don't know if that's true, but we do appreciate it.
All right.
That's Adam Wainwright. 5-0 St. Louis as we head to the 5th.